Girl, winter is so last season. And now spring's got you looking at pictures of tank tops with hungry eyes. Your algorithm is feeding you cutoffs. You're thirsty for the sun on your shoulders. That perfect hang on the patio sundress. Those sandals you can wear all day and all night. And you've had enough of shopping from your couch. Done hoping it looks anything like the picture when you tear open that envelope? It's time for a little in-person spring treat. It's time for a trip to Ross. Work your magic.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
Jessica, and this is Daebak K-Rambles, where a couple of friends review Korean dramas. And I'm back for another Spooky Season episode. This is episode 3 of our little Halloween special season. And Rico's back. Hey, Rico.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, Jess?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. This gap that we've had between the two episodes is not very big. It's actually last
I know.
week.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, true. Yeah, 2 weeks ago we recorded the ballerina episode,
right,
which is a movie on Netflix. And what's funny is it's kind of making the rounds. This is a side note, but that movie is making the rounds a little bit on social media because, you know, the villain dude?
Yeah.
Okay. So he posted like a carousel of images, and the first image is of him in the mask, in the BDSM mask.
Oh, come on,
People
dude.
have been losing their shit. They're like, wait, I wasn't prepared. Like, nobody told me. Because obviously, like, that's spoilery, but...
It's spoilery, and it's triggering for some people as well.
Right.
So you never know how people approach that photo.
Uh-huh.
That's
so,
bold.
and then... I know, and he's shirtless, like the whole bit. Like he knows what to post on his Instagram.
Of course he does. Of course.
Anyway, long story short, go back in your podcast feed and listen to that episode if you haven't already. But thank you so much. If this is your first time listening, go ahead and subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and so many more. And if you like us, please give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. That goes such a long way for listeners like you to find us. And lastly, come check us out on social media to stay up to date on our latest episodes and reviews. You can find us on Twitter, formerly X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Daebak Pod, DAEB. Oh man, I tried to do that fast. I tried to get cute with it.
Slow it down.
DAEBAKPOD at Daebak Pod. And if you're a fan, please consider becoming a patron. It's a great way for you to get involved and show your support. You can check out the page on patreon.com/alwayscriticpod. Here we go. Thank you so much to our patrons. Curtis Bale, Cindy CD, Alana Grace, number 1, Lorna Lee, Sammy, Caitlin, Michelle, Tanmei, Adia, Aaron, and Grace number 2. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. We can't thank you enough for just believing in us and really enjoying the content that we put on the Patreon feed. So without further ado, Rico, are you ready to review Moving, the K-drama Moving?
I am. One thing I will say is that, you know, this is a theme of you're in your Halloween spooky season for the show.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like this show does not fit that criteria at all. But
so then what happened was, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So I saw the aesthetic of it
and
I was like, oh, it's like really dark and it's shot differently and it's not a typical looking K-drama at all. Plus, I heard that it was gory.
Okay.
Like violent.
Right. So I get that for sure.
So that's when I was like, oh, perfect. We'll review Moving. And then a little bit later, I was like, this doesn't seem
This
at
is
all
not scary, spooky, like
no.
like thriller
You could
is
say
pushing it.
Yeah, pushing it is thriller.
Yeah.
But even then,
it's
manageable. It's not
Yeah.
like you're really scared. or
Yeah, so
anything.
if you're a person who does not like scary stuff, this is fine. This is
perfect.
This is not scary. So
No.
You're gonna be
But
good.
I will say the next episode or the last episode in this little spooky season will definitely be in the spooky Halloween wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more on brand. This one kind of like, I was too late to change it, and I actually really wanted to watch the show anyway, so I was like, whatever. We'll just
why not?
stick with it. Yeah. So that's how it ended up here in spooky season, even though it's not really ghosts and zombies and whatever else.
Fools, goblins, zombies with no conscience. That terrible Jay-Z line from Monster.
Oh man, that's because Nikki ate them up
Yeah.
on that track.
No, she definitely has the best verse on
Oh
that
my
track.
gosh,
But
yeah.
I've never heard such a bad Jay-Z verse ever.
Wait, what are we talking about for the people that don't know?
So for people who don't know, the song Monster, this is the track from My Dark Twisted Fantasy from Kanye's album. And this is the song Monster that is Kanye, Jay-Z, and Nicki Minaj with a little bit of, I forgot his name. Rick Ross at the beginning. So, yeah, so each one has a verse. Kanye starts it off. It's good. There's some memorable lines. Jay-Z comes second, and boy, is it awful. Like, it is terrible. Like he just starts naming, like, all these different, like, monsters that you would see in Universal Pictures from, like, the 30s. And, like, it's just so terrible.
so
At one
bad.
point, he goes, I know what my biggest deal is. Love. I don't get enough of it. And I'm just like, this is terrible. But thank God that Nikki comes third to save that monstrosity. No pun intended. Yeah, Nikki is
painful.
incredible on
She
that song.
slays. Okay.
So, just context.
Yeah. So sorry. We move really, really fast. Like, we've just known each other so long, and we've done
Yeah.
podcasting for so long that we just, it'll be real quick. So
Yeah.
we have
We'll
to slow
just-
it down sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes we have to slow it down, explain how we know something so well to each other. Exactly.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and read the MDL synopsis, my drama list. It reads, Kim Bong-seok, Jang Hee-soo, and Lee Kang-un, seemingly typical high school students, bear extraordinary inherited powers. Bong-seok can fly. Hee-soo possesses exceptional athleticism and rapid injury recovery. And Kang-un wields uncanny strength and speed. As they conceal their gifts, their parents fight to shield them from exploitation by others, navigating a delicate balance between secrecy and protection.
If you didn't catch the name of it, I don't know if we said it, but the name of the K-drama is Moving.
Yeah, we said it a little earlier, but
Okay,
yes,
just
moving.
wanted to make sure.
It aired from August to September 2023. This year was released weekly, a few episodes a week, I believe, and it is 20 episodes long. I know that's pretty long. However, each episode is only like 40 minutes.
This is what
Easy.
network television used to be back in the day, where, like, The West Wing is the best example. There are 23 episodes a season. They're all about 42 minutes long.
Bless.
So that's exactly what you're looking at. It's like you're looking at one season of network television from back in the day.
Yeah. And I love it. I really do.
Yeah, me too.
Wasn't it great? I loved
It was.
Each
like,
episode was
because
like
it
so.
moves.
Yes.
Yes.
Ugh.
There's an
Yes.
internal clock that I have in my head. Not that I'm keeping track, but like there's like an alarm that goes off if a show that I'm watching that is an hour, and I put that in quotations because of commercials and stuff. But once it goes past a certain time, I'm like, the show's not, resolving. But that's because I'm so used to that 42-minute thing that
Yeah.
when a show goes over that and is like an hour 10, and I'm just like, ooh, this just feels long,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
very, very appreciative that Moving decided to do the 40 to 42 minute episode
agree.
thing. I love it.
It's good stuff. It is adapted from the webtoon Moving by Kang Ful, aka Kangpul. It, I guess, just depends on how you pronounce it. There is no F sound in Korean.
Gotcha.
So there's that. It's a nickname, however. So it's a, what's it called? Pen name. He also wrote the screenplay. So he is the author of the webcomic and the screenwriter. He's written 8 movies, and this is his first show. I think the 8 movies are adaptations of his webtoon as well.
Oh, okay.
Different webtoons.
Nice.
He is obviously a webtoon author artist, and he's regarded as a first-generation webtoon artist.
Is it because like webtoons are so new? That's the only thing I can think of.
You know, it has to do with, I guess, when he kind of got in the game. Mm-hmm. And then I also feel like in K culture, they love to put things in eras, right? Yeah. So consider K-pop with like first gen, second gen, third gen, fourth gen. They just like delineating the eras like that.
Yeah, Fearless, Speak Now, Red. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You get me.
I totally get it.
So we just watched the Taylor Swift Eras Tour movie, and we reviewed it on Always the Critic podcast. So that's where that's coming. It's relevant. Yeah. Okay. So Moving was directed by Park In-jae. He's also directed Kingdom Season 2, which is a zombie show on Netflix. Really good. I think each season of it is only 6 or 8 episodes. And then there's 2 seasons total. Freaking easy to binge that. It is such an amazing show. I highly recommend you watch it. I would love to recommend it to you, Rico, but I know that you're not a zombie person. It's just so excellent. And we talked about it actually on our Sweet Home episode.
Yes.
Briefly, I mentioned it because it's got all the things that you kind of wanted out of Sweet Home. And I was like, we should have watched Kingdom. So he directed only season 2 of Kingdom and 2 movies, and that's it. He's pretty green.
Yeah, he is green. That's not really a very big resume.
Mm-hmm. Same for the screenwriter, Kangpul. The adults, the cast, stacked. Like, in a word, this is a really high-profile cast. And some of these faces you've seen before, Rico, because conveniently you've watched some of their previous work. So we'll just go through them. We have Ryu Seung-ryong, plays Jang Ju-won, and I have him here as the Hulk.
Yeah.
The nickname.
Yeah. He's
Chicken shop.
Yeah, he runs the chicken shop.
Yeah.
And yeah, super strength, Hulk type figure. Yep, I totally agree with the...
Cool. So if you want to call him the Hulk later in the show, well, that's fine.
You know what I was comparing the show to, just so like in my head?
Yeah.
I was comparing this kind of to the X-Men.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of people have been likening this show to Heroes.
Oh, yeah. You know, I can see it. I only saw 1 season of Heroes, but like
I saw clips on YouTube of Heroes. So.
Save the cheerleader.
But I have seen, just stop it. But I've seen every freaking superhero movie you can think of.
That's true.
Plus those shitty Disney Plus shows. So, except WandaVision. I love WandaVision. I can't shit on WandaVision that much.
No, WandaVision's great.
No, it's amazing.
And I love Loki. I haven't started season 2 yet, though.
What? We saw the first 2 episodes of season 2. Anyway, long story short, it's superheroes.
Yeah, it's superheroes. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. So Seung-ryong, you might have seen him in the 36 movies that he's done, including Miracle in Cell Number 7, Masquerade from 2012 with Lee Byung-hun, and All About My Wife, War of the Arrows. The list goes on. I think that was his best film era, was 2011 through 2013. That was like the best time to me. And then he's done 11 TV shows, including Kingdom. He was in both seasons of Kingdom, so that's where he met the director. And he was also in Personal Taste in 2010, which is this really weird show with Imino. Like, so what's the plot of Personal Taste? So there's this woman living, and it's the female lead from Crash Landing on You, Son Ye-jin.
Got it.
She is living in a traditional Korean house, and an architect, Lee Min-ho, wants to, I think either like survey the house or something like that, or use the house as inspiration for a new project. And I can't remember which one it is, but he wants into the house. She lets nobody into the house, but she's looking for a roommate. So he decides to apply to become her roommate and masquerade as a gay man to do it. So she gets this gay roommate she thinks is like safe, and obviously he's not gay. It's this whole thing. It's wild. So anyway, Ryu Seung-Ryong was in Personal Taste in 2010. I am beyond scared to revisit some of those older shows that I watched and see if it holds up. I know it doesn't hold up, but anyway, we also have Han Hyo-Joo, who plays Lee Hyun. She is our leading lady. I call her the sniper / tonkatsu mom.
Tonkatsu mom.
Do you have another nickname for her at all in your notes?
Not really. Only because like that type of character I can't really eyeball in like maybe Deadshot, a female Deadshot would be the only thing that I can think of.
Okay.
That would be the only thing.
And that's a comic book character.
Yeah, that's a comic book character. So that's what I'm thinking in my head, because like these are kind of comic book characters.
They're facsimiles, yeah.
They're facsimiles. So like if I were to put like a, something similar in this, I would probably go with a female Deadshot. Yeah.
All right. So you've seen her because she was in W 2 Worlds Apart.
Yeah.
Yo. That show. So we reviewed that for the podcast. Rico was there. He remembers it all too well. And I really appreciate that show. Even though it's not 100, like it's got its flaws, it's got its issues, there's problems, but it still holds a very special place in my heart. She's been in so many things and they're all excellent. She chooses her projects really, really well. Even her movies, I love her movies. I've seen her in Always from 2011 with Soji Sub. That one was so sad. It's a melodrama. I don't want to give anything away, but watch that one. You will need tissues. Masquerade as well. So you see kind of things start to intertwine because Hulk Sung-Ryong was also in Masquerade with her.
Right.
She was in Love 911, Beauty Inside, which they turned that into K-drama soon after that because it was so successful. She was in Love Lives, which I have a Patreon review up for that movie. The Pirates sequel, The Last Royal Treasure, and then recently in 20th Century Girl, which broke everyone's hearts because they just didn't see it coming, like that ending. It was heartbreaking. Also, she was in Happiness, which is another zombie show. Excellent show. Love it.
Nice.
What'd you think of her in this show?
So in the show, out of the adults, I liked her. It wasn't as captivating, I would say, as some of the other characters, right? Like there were two characters out of the adults that I was really drawn to. We've already spoken about one. Jeong-Ju is the name of the character.
Yeah.
Hulk. Really enjoy. We still haven't mentioned the next one, but like her character was fine. There was a lot of times where I kind of felt like she was more just kind of in a very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Just, she was kind of in the back seat a lot. And there was a lot of times where that she's important and there's an importance to her character, but we don't see it too often. We don't get a lot of it, so she kind of falls in the background sometimes.
I see that.
My only problem.
I see that. It's not a flashy role.
Right. Not flashy.
At all. But I like her character. I think there's something really cool and mysterious about her. And super guarded as well.
Super.
That's just how the character was written. We have her co-star Cho In-sung, who plays Kim Do-sik. I just have him here as Superman in my notes.
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Bro, so two things. One is Han Hyo-Joo, people were very surprised to see her as a mother. because we've seen her young and, childless in pretty much every one of her roles so far. So this is a shift change in her career.
Yeah. And not just like a kid, Gansong, like just like a big
like
ass
a grown
teenager.
kid.
Yeah. That's the big thing about it. Like, it kind of happened to me recently when I watched this new movie. Then She Came to Me. It's with Peter Dinklage, Anne Hathaway.
Okay.
Anne Hathaway is
the
a
same
mother to a child who's about to graduate high school, and I was like, damn, she's already there. I was like, damn, dude.
Right.
Like, it doesn't feel like that. Like, she just turned 40, but it still doesn't feel that way,
Yeah, Hyo-Joo is in her 30s.
She's in her 30s, and she's like, a 16, 17-year-old, whatever the age is of that boy.
Yeah.
So, she does not look like she should be the mother of...
And if you see her on the press tour and in some of the photo shoots that they've done for this show, she does not look... They aged her up to play this character.
They had to age her up, and even like that, like, it's still kind of like, she's the mom, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. So it's a little strange for people, a little jarring. I, for one, am okay with it. I think that she's a grown woman. She knows how to fucking pick her projects. She's very picky, and it's worked. Like, this show is proof of that, because I think once you saw some stills of her, you were probably a little hesitant to watch her in something like this. And then once you see the finished product, you're like, oh my God, it was worth it to like age her up.
Yes.
For Cho In-sung, though, this is a big deal that he's in this drama, because he hasn't been starring in a drama since 2014. The last time you saw him was in 2016 in a special guest appearance in this show called Dear My Friends. And he basically just goes off the grid when he's not working.
Oh, so he just disappears.
He just does like a big show. He gets paid handsomely, and then he just dips.
Got it. Okay.
Which I appreciate that lifestyle a lot. And I think it's hard for people who are just starting out watching K-dramas because they don't know who he is.
Especially if you haven't gone back to like see some of the older work.
Right, because I grew up watching him in the K-dramas that I started out watching. I came in like early 2010s, and that was his era, like that. He was popping off in 2010, like the 2010s.
Gotcha.
Oh my God. So he was in That Winter the Wind Blows with Song-Hye-kyo, the female lead from Descendants of the Sun.
Oh, okay.
She was a blind heiress, and he was deceiving her so that he could get her inheritance. It was fucking nuts. I mean, these plots, right?
The plot lines are fantastic.
The plots are plotting. So he was in that. He looks so good. It's Okay, This Is Love, or It's Okay, That's Love from 2014. One of my favorite K-dramas of all time. And he's in that. He stars in that. Again, if you see him and you're like, wow, I want to see more of him, there's more. Go back in the catalog and dig deep, right? Like, watch these dramas because they're good. Memories of Bali, aka Something Happened in Bali. I just have to say, he's not here to defend himself, but Miguel knows what he did. He told me to watch this show. Something Happened in Bali is from 2004. It's an older drama. Almost 20 years old, actually.
Whoa. Okay.
And Miguel was like, you got to watch this drama. It's so great, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I took his advice and I watched this show. I swear to you, I still think about the nightmares that I had watching this show and the ending that it had. It is pure trauma.
Ooh.
If you think that like endings from The Red Sleeve and 2521 and I don't know, Youth of May are traumatic, listen, Something Happened in Bali trumps all of that. I hated it. It was terrible. I hated the show. I was livid because I came back. I think we went out for like pizza or something in Hunters Creek here in Orlando. And I walk in and I was like, Miguel, I think you owe me an apology.
Yo,
because this show, it was so bad. So I know a lot of people like that show, but anyway, long story short, Cho In-sung, icon, and he's here in this fucking show. It's amazing. Kim Sung-Kyun, another icon. He plays Jae-man. He is the character with an intellectual disability, and he has super strength.
Yes,
and he's super fast as well.
Yeah, he can also like leap.
Yeah,
like super far, kind of like it's almost like Hulk.
Yeah,
where he can like jump really far, or when Superman in Man of Steel is like starting to try to fly, like it's like these giant ass hops. It's basically that.
He has been in everything you can think of. 34 movies, including Secretly Greatly, Hwaiya Monster Boy, The Suspect, all of these with all-star casts. He's been in 14 TV shows, including DP, which we covered earlier in our spooky season. Divorce Attorney Shin, Wikiro Class 1, Grid, Moon Lovers, Scarlet Heart Rio, which we've covered as well. Not in the spooky season, at the end of season 4. That was the finale episode. Moon Lovers. So, this guy, really well known, household name. Then we have Kim Mi-won as Choi Il-hwan. He is the PE/homeroom teacher.
Yes.
Bro, another icon. Another icon. He's been in 36 movies, including Unlock the Beauty Inside, which is the same movie that Han Hyo-Joo was in. Cart, No Tears for the Dead, The Man from Nowhere, which I just reviewed for the Patreon fee because I did my annual rewatch of that movie. Fucking love this man. These are great names that I'm throwing out here. And then we have our kids as well. Thankfully, there's not that many of them.
Wow.
Because I'm already feeling like we're running long in the tooth. But we have Ko Yoon-Jung as Hee-soo. She is, I call her homegirl in my notes. She's the PE major, monster baby. I don't know what you want to call her.
Yeah, I was getting just X-23 or Wolverine vibes. So
you were getting Wolverine vibes
just
from her?
because of the regenerative power of being able to heal like that. That's the very classic person who can heal in that way is Wolverine, and in turn the daughter X-23. So that's what I was getting, those vibes.
I see. I like it. Okay, so X-23 is Ko Yoon-jung. You might have seen her in Alchemy of Souls, which there's a two-part episode
on there
on the feed, and then you might have seen her in Law School, School Nurse Files, He is Psychometric. Rico, you've seen her in Sweet Home.
Yes, I did. I was like, wait a minute, is that
wait a second
from Sweet Home? And I was right.
Yes, it was. She's here as a student. I think she's like 27 or 28 in real life. I mean, she's playing a high school student.
It's all the dilemmas we always face with all these high school movies where they're having 27-year-olds play high school students. Like, we've seen it all the time.
I know. We've seen worse. Stalker Channing. Yeah. From Greece. For those who don't.
One of my favorite things ever is Family Guy.
Oh God!
No, not Family Guy. American Dad, where the alien Roger is like, he knew Stalker Channing in her 40s. Oh no, I'm sorry. He knew Stalker Channing in the 40s. She was 50. Just like, it's so messed up.
Gag.
It's a running gag with
running
Grease.
Gag in pop culture.
But Grease, especially.
The Grease cast.
Because you look at that cast, like, there are people who are in high school in that movie.
That's a man.
That is a man who's been divorced. Like,
yes.
Like, ridiculous. Divorced with kids. Like,
yes.
Get out of here with that high school student. It is hilarious.
T-Birds, my ass. Anyway, we also have Lee Jeong-Ha, who plays Kim Bong-suk. He is my flyboy. I have him as my Lil Peanut. I don't know if you had a nickname for him.
I didn't, but
Yellow.
Yellow
is his color.
Yellow is his color. I just found him. I felt like he was comic relief to me, kind of, or
a
just
little bit,
a
yeah.
light levity to like
He's such
darker
a
scenarios.
Yes, he was such a breath of fresh air. He was needed to bring a little bit of comedy, yeah, like you said, to the show. Speaking of comedy, I watched on TikTok because TikTok knows like what I'm doing, what I'm watching. It just knows. So
Of course they do.
it brought me this video of him auditioning to debut as a singer on a survival show called the Unit Idol Rebooting Project. And he was adorable. Adorable. All of the judges who are A-list, K-pop celebs were just pushing him through because he was so endearing. Even though he didn't have the chops, he didn't have the skills. He was going one-on-one. Like Rain gave him like a little tutorial on how to dance. Like he was making him do that like body roll.
Yeah, the body roll that's like.
Boy, the kid had no rhythm. No rhythm. Couldn't do the body roll. But a one-on-one thing with Rain is a huge, or I'm not saying it right. Rain! So Rain couldn't even do it with a straight face because he was so cute and smiley with his little dimples that Rain just kept laughing.
My goodness.
It was adorable. So I encourage you guys to seek out this little video of him. Apparently, Lee Jeong-Ha was a trainee under JYP, which makes a lot of sense. However, he left the company because he lacked confidence and could not keep up with other trainees as he felt they were better than him. Seeing what I saw on TikTok, that little clip, I don't even know how he got into JYP.
Oh, wow. You don't even know how he got in.
I don't even know how he got in. So he was also in Nevertheless from 2021. That's kind of a curse word of a show. No, not a lot of people like that one. I can't believe I watched it myself. He was on Ranon and Rookie Historian Guharyong. I gotta be real honest with you. I don't remember this man in these shows, this little boy at all. So
goodness.
If you saw him in these shows, I would love to hear your thoughts on him from those small bit parts in those shows. And lastly, we have Kim Do-hoon, who plays Lee Kang-un, and he's like the glasses kid, like the class prez.
Yes.
Okay.
Who in the very first episode is collecting everybody's cell phones.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That kid.
Hall monitor.
So he's in The Escape of the Seven from 2023. I think that's coming out a little later this year. The La Cafe and today's webtoon. Again, these are largely untested younger actors paired up with big names in the K cinema and K drama world.
You can almost say it would be kind of a passing of the baton type of scenario, maybe. Working so closely with these generational actors and actresses, trying to give the new generation kind of, a good stepping stone. I mean, you can kind of liken it, since I'm on the X-Men train, Days of Future Past, where you have the old cast and the new cast, kind of sharing screen time. So something similar.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have finally gone through this whole cast, and we're here at the end of that. Rico, what did you think of Moving?
So I'll be honest, I think this is a really good show.
Thank God.
Oh my God. The way
God.
The first episode, when the first character that we're introduced to is what's it called? Kim Bon-suk. Like, when that's the first character, I was kind of like, interesting that this is the character. So I thought it would be more of a, like humorous, good-natured type of show just by him being like the first character. Mm-hmm. What really sold me on the show was when we start getting the more interactions with Jung Hee-soo. That's Ko Yoon-Jung's character. Mm-hmm. And also Ryu Seung-ryong's character of Jang-ju Won. Yeah, so Hulk and X-23.
Yeah.
Father-daughter.
Yes.
that was the one that sold me the most. Also, what also sold me was the character of Frank.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, being a cleaner and coming out and basically taking out, like, ex-super people, like, that was, like, intriguing. Like, first
That's
off...
very Incredibles of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like the Incredibles.
Yeah.
And
what was the name of that red-haired character? That was
it's
taking out the
Syndrome.
supers? Syndrome!
Yeah.
He's basically Syndrome.
He's
except
Syndrome.
with powers.
Right, exactly. He's not faking it like Syndrome. But yeah, those characters like really captured my attention early on, which helped carry the show. There's a couple episodes that really stand out for me.
Really?
That I really enjoy, and we'll get into them a little bit later.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed the very Hans Zimmer / Ludwig Göransson score, because
Oh my God, yes.
there's a moment where it sounds like it's like boom, boom. So it sounds like
Where
Hans
is
Zimmer.
that from? It sounds a little bit like the score from Dark Phoenix.
Yes, Dark Phoenix, which is
Yeah.
Hans Zimmer, but it also sounds
And
a little
X-Men.
bit like the score from Tenet from Ludwig.
Oh,
Where it's like,
yes.
and I'm just like,
That's a very bad interpretation.
yes, it is.
Of that.
But
Or imitation.
yeah, it's a very bad imitation. Go listen to the real one. But yeah, you can tell it's like heavily inspired by like Zimmer and Ludwig Göransson.
I could even
think-
see a little bit of the score in Loki, the show.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, for
Feels
sure.
like that.
The cinematography of it, I think it looks beautiful. I think,
Yeah,
and
so nice.
it's coherent. Thank God. So compared to last week's episode of Ballerina, right? If it was last week, maybe I'm
Yeah, it
getting my
was.
time-
It was.
Yes. So when you compare it to last week's episode of Ballerina, which like their cutting and editing style kind of leaves you confused, this is very clear on how they style the action, how they choreograph everything. You know where characters are in relation to one another, how tall someone is versus someone else, the way the camera positions it. Thank you.
Chef's kiss.
Also, it looks great. You know, there's one or two moments where the CGI is, you know, a little shaky, but I'm not going to fault it. It's just like one or two moments, and that's it. I think
That's huge coming from you.
I know that is. I think the acting is very well for each character's purpose, because, you know, you have the heartwarming with Kim Bong-suk. You have like the intrigue from, you know, Hulk and X-23. You also have like Frank and the entire like what's behind?
What's that?
What's
Yeah.
behind him? You know, who's in charge of him doing everything that he's doing? He's chasing after these characters. You feel sympathy for Lee Jeong-Man, you know, or Lee Jeong-Man. Is that how you pronounce it? I believe.
Oh, Jae-man. Yeah. Kim Sung-Kyun's character.
Yeah, you feel
Hulk too.
sympathy. Hulk too. And so you feel sympathy for the characters. You start to care for them with all the machinations that are happening behind the scenes of trying to get after these adult super people who, in turn, the kids are being affected as well. So overall, really like the show. I don't really have many negatives really to say about it.
I'm so glad. I am thrilled because, you know, like, and you, the audience, know if you've been keeping track, like, I feel like I've struck out so many times suggesting K-dramas to you, and we'll watch them together and review them on the podcast, and you're just like, yeah, it was fine, or I didn't like it, or whatever, and nothing has beat Signal for you. But I knew as soon as I had heard some rumblings that this was going to be a good one, that people were really enjoying this, and then I was like, I think we should watch this. And then it came out that these people were superheroes. I was like, oh, it could not be more perfect for Rico to watch this show, because this is your wheelhouse. Like, you're an MCU person. You're very invested in sort of this genre. And what's a better way to, like, it's K-drama and superheroes. It's like two of our favorite things, right?
Yeah. Mixing
in
into
one show.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done. You know what the big thing is? Because sometimes if you try to do something with superheroes, you're so reliant on the CGI. You know, you're trying to do something, you know, fantastical, that sometimes story gets ignored. And here, story was not ignored.
Yes.
That's what's keeping you invested in the show, is the story.
Yeah, it's like, I thought this was a character study.
Yeah, they
really
did a really good job of looking at each character, their motivations, how they got to the point that we're seeing them now.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that more, but yeah, I think it is very well done.
It's a tour de force. I'm hearing rumblings of people saying it's the best K-drama of 2023. I honestly think it might be. I think it's up there. I think it's in the conversation, and I hope that when awards season comes around next year, that it gets nominated. It's already being, thrown around in certain circles. It's winning some awards. I think Ryu Seung-Ryong, which is Hulk #1, he won a Best Actor thing recently. I'm just really thrilled that people have loved it and are just rooting for it. Moving became Disney's most watched Korean drama ever in just a week, 7 days.
Nice. That's really good.
It's really great. And I think it would be even more popular than it is had it been on another streaming platform, let's say Netflix.
Yeah, I can understand
because
if Netflix had
it. I think it would have been another Squid Game.
Ooh, okay. So you think it would have even been that popular?
100%. In my mind,
okay.
It would have done Squid Game numbers. And because it's on Disney Plus, which is not as well established of a streaming platform around the globe as Netflix is, doesn't have as much clout, doesn't have as much subscribers. And historically, the K-dramas that have come out on Disney Plus have done okay, but they really haven't had this like staying power that, Netflix ones do.
Right. And I know that in some countries it was split off into a different streaming service. So like here, I saw it on Hulu.
Correct.
So,
which is owned by Disney.
Right, owned by Disney. But other countries, it was Disney Plus that had it on their service and not Hulu. So just that divide also could affect the way a show can gain popularity.
Exactly. And over here, not everyone has Hulu. I think more people might have Disney Plus than they do Hulu here in the States. I could be wrong, but it feels that way.
It could be close, right? It could be close.
True. But overseas, I really don't see... Disney's trying to become like Netflix overseas, especially with investing in these K-dramas. And over time, there's been a bunch. Snowdrop was one that we reviewed. Miguel was on that one. Soundtrack #1, Big Mouth, Kiss Sixth Sense, Connect with Jung-hae, Rookie Cops, Vigilante, which is coming up with Nam Joo-hyuk, who's in serving in the military right now. So that's a huge deal because he's not even around to promote that, but they're going to release it later this year. The Worst of Evil, this was huge because that one brought together two huge stars. One of them actually was in Squid Game. That's, oh my God, his name is, I forget. But anyway, two huge stars. And it's an action K-drama. And then we have Revenge of Others, Big Bet, lots of Disney Plus shows now. Moving, I think, surpasses them all.
Okay, that's awesome.
Surpasses them all.
I haven't really got a chance to go through the different K-dramas that are on there. So, but if you're saying that it surpassed them,
so good. I don't think I gave my thoughts on the actual show Moving, but I love it. I thought it was fantastic. I don't really have a bad thing to say about it either. And yeah. So those are my general thoughts. And the other shows, I have watched Snowdrop.
As your head drops right now.
Because I don't want to get into why that show sucks, but it just does. You can listen back to the episode on Snowdrop in your podcast feed. But long story short, Moving is sort of a crossover drama to me. It has mass appeal. It had the budget. it had the cast. Look at the cast that they enticed to be in the show. The script was amazing, airtight. It really was the best of both worlds. Like, you had that 40-minute episode, 20 episode length of the show, top cast. I mean, there's a lot. It has so much going for it. It's perfect.
What more can you want?
Yeah. So, fun fact, baby boy Lee Jeong-Ha, our Bong-seok, gained roughly 66 pounds to play Bong-seok.
How Christian Bale of him.
Bro. Stop it with the Christian Bale, because I feel like every other day on Facebook, I get those stupid ass posts that people make of like him in every single movie where he's had like a drastic physical change.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's too much. It's too much. But
yeah, he goes all out with his roles.
Yeah. Anyway, Christian Bale was Batman. This man said, I was really happy to be able to eat.
As we all are.
And I was like,
say less.
That makes it seem like he's not eating. Like, usually to be pretty slim. He's usually pretty slim.
Yeah.
And he said he was disheartened when his friends didn't recognize him in the show. Because he was little chunkers.
He was a chunker. Oh,
not
yeah,
even that much. Like, he wasn't even.
Right. It wasn't that much. I mean, he definitely was, a little bigger, but.
Which is also different from K-dramas. You have this leading kid who, well, he's not a kid. He's in his 20s. But
usually.
You have this leading guy who is not. He doesn't look like the typical K-drama lead.
No, he doesn't. He definitely breaks that mold. Where it's like very thin and athletic, lean. Here he is not those things.
No.
But
I love that.
I think they do a really good job of using him as a character and, how they use him as a character and how his mom babies him and feeds him all this food, just to keep him down on the ground.
On the ground. Okay, so I think we would like to get into spoilers at this point, but I'm excited to ask you, Rico, what would you give the show out of 5 soju bottles?
So out of 5 soju bottles, I think I'm going to settle on a 4.
What?
Maybe 4. I don't want to go 4.5, like 4.25 out of 5.
I guess we have to start with the issues that brought your rating down, because mine's a 5 out of 5, bruh.
Yeah, I don't. So I wouldn't say it's perfect, but like that's a really high score for me.
Maybe I'll give it a 4. I'll get a 4.5, and it has to do with the ending.
Okay. Oh yeah, we should definitely get into.
We'll talk about the ending. Don't worry.
Details here.
Okay, so that's it. This concludes the non-spoiler section. We're gonna go right into spoilers right after this.
Excuse me, 뭐라고?
괜찮아.
You know, I have no tingle. Oh, sorry.
Swear, disgusting shit.
What?
All right, we're on the other side of spoilers, so anything goes. Rico, I don't know if you want to start with your issues with the show, whatever those are, or if you want to kind of go like character by character, or talk about your favorite episodes. Like, what do you want to do?
Because I'd rather end on a high note than end on a low note. So let's start with like issues, and they're very small issues. It's not like giant things. I think that the kids are good. I do wish that it was a little more centered around who I'm calling X-23. Like,
okay. Yoon-Jung.
Yeah. So that is like the storyline that I'm a little more invested in, because there's more mystery behind it to start off with, versus having someone who is just.
But you mean her story or her dad's story? You mean her story?
The two of them. The two of them.
Okay. All right.
I would say the two of them, because I think that's where you get the most meat off the bone. And
really?
I think so. I feel that way, because there's a mystery that comes in, and maybe it's because it's tied to 2 of my favorite episodes of the show. So, okay. So
Talk to me.
So one of my favorite episodes is episode 5, which is basically the bullying episode, which is the episode where they flash back to where she was at her old school. And I really got invested in the fact that like this girl who was the class president was being bullied for no reason. The bullies, the girl group, was very abusive to her. They would take her things from her. They would manipulate her to giving away those things.
They would intimidate her.
Nobody was saying a damn thing. Nobody was even turning an eye over to the situation.
Yeah.
And, you get this internal monologue that she's saying, like, if an act happens and nobody sees it, did it really happen? She
great
says
lines.
it.
Yeah.
And it really culminates when she finally, like, with her orange highlighter, just runs it across her book onto the table. She's had enough.
Yes.
And she gets up. Hey, you, outside.
Bro.
Doesn't even like say anything else. Just says outside.
Yes.
And then that's when we get the image from the very beginning of the episode where we see her looking at herself in a reflection where she's all messy, dirty, and bloody. And we see how she got there. And we see those powers manifest themselves there where these
for the
girls...
first time.
Yeah,
basically.
for the first time because...
She didn't know.
No, she didn't know that she was.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now, like...
She went into that knowing it was 17-1 and she didn't know that she had the upper hand.
She was like, I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand up for this girl that nobody else is standing up for except for one guy. One guy was like, stop it. Like she had a box cutter in her hand. And so, but then like the bully's boyfriend comes and beats the shit out of him. So like, and then even he says something along the lines of,
yeah, that was stupid.
Quiet.
I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's stupid. I shouldn't have spoke up. It's senior year. We're almost out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of just this passive nature of like just letting things happen and going about your day. But she was like, I can't do that. I can't. And so then, she fights off these girls. She's healing while she's beating the shit out of these girls. She bites a girl's calf.
Yeah.
And, she gets expelled for, fighting. And it affects her
But she's
dad.
the only one.
She's the only one who gets expelled, which
because
sucks.
there's no evidence of any fight. Like,
and they can't even do the self-defense thing because she has no bodily
that's the whole thing, is that it looks like she beat the shit out of all the girls and not the other way around.
Right, exactly, because they were ganging up on her.
They were slashing her up.
Yeah, but
they were fucking her up.
Yeah, and she was bleeding all over. Like a giant brick, a giant stone hit her over the head. And you see the blood running down her forehead, but like she is just stone cold on the leader of the group. But it comes to a head because then the dad gets affected because now she doesn't go to jail and there's no prosecution or anything. He basically has to pay off these families.
A settlement, yeah.
Yeah, he has to sell the home, has to do all these things. But I really love when they're walking out of the school, they're walking to the field, and she asks, did you know that I was like this?
Stop it. I'm about to cry.
Not until today. And then it continues. It's like, your mom would she would be proud because you turned out like me.
She'd be so happy.
Yeah, she'd be so happy because you turned out like me. Someone who stands up. You think he's about to say something else, maybe like, you have a power that I have or something, that you turned out like me. But no, he's saying your character is just like mine because I wouldn't have just let that happen. So that was an episode where I was just like, damn, this is a really good episode. Really showing
amazing.
Not only how she got to where she is now, where she's like doing the tests over and over and trying to get faster, trying to get stronger, but you see where she comes from mentally. Like, if she gets involved in stuff.
Good person.
She's a good person, but
Yeah.
if she gets involved, she sees how it can affect people close to her. So that's why she's a little guarded when she first arrives at the school and doesn't really want to like fully show herself to everyone. And I just love that the episode ends with a new student coming to the school, and it's the class president from the old school who's being bullied. She comes to the new school. So okay, so yeah, so that is one of my
Which
favorite
is a huge
episodes.
deal because it's their senior year, right?
Yeah, it's
they only
senior
have a
year.
few months left.
Yeah, so imagine in the middle of your senior year, you get up and go to a different school. So, I mean,
And then
after
that
all
poor
the
bullied
bullying,
girl does the same thing just to be with the person who stood up for her,
yes, exactly.
who risked her life to stand up to the bullies.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one of my favorite episodes. That really helped me tie with those two characters for sure. And then my other episode, and again, it's still with Hulk. It's episode 10, The Monster.
Oh, this is fantastic.
I love this episode.
Yeah, talk to me.
This episode is going back in time, showing you how he used his powers back in the day.
Yeah.
At first, he was like basically the guy in the mafia who he was the meat shield.
He was in
would
the
go.
gang.
Yeah, he was in the gang.
He was the muscle.
Yeah, exactly. He was the muscle. That's what I was trying to word. So he was the muscle, and then it gets to the point where he's done with this mob boss. He's done with it. So
There's like a merger happening.
right. Well, that's happening later, but before that, like as the episode is showing us, it's showing us the early part of it where he goes and basically ends like what's happening with the particular mob boss with the glasses, with like he's got like the really wide,
Real cartoonish.
really
Yeah.
cartoonish lapels on his shirt, the collar.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then he becomes the boss of this nightclub establishment because, I mean, he becomes a force because he shows that, yeah, you can't kill me. You can stick machetes and knives and everything.
That was nuts when he came in to take over that club.
Yeah. And he's like,
And
has
he
like three
stabs, he
knives.
like rips open his stomach and stuff.
Yeah, he's like,
The
where's
knife.
my gallbladder? Like, he's trying to like pinpoint the fact that he can go into his stomach, try to search for something. You can't kill him. He
Like
will
he's
heal.
scaring the guy
Yeah,
on purpose to get him to
exactly.
sign the papers. And what's cool about the character that you find out is that he doesn't care about the money.
No, he does not.
He's not in the gang to make money. And that was something that his superior was saying. He was like, we're all in this to make money. That's the whole point of us being in this gang. And he's like, that's not why I'm in the gang.
Right.
It's about protecting my friends, the boys,
Yeah. Because
his family, this
Yeah,
adopted
because-
family that he has. Loyalty.
right, because the mob is messing around with people's in the different territories. So he's doing it for that. But what I like about the episode is that it is taking that and it's juxtaposing it with a different time in his life that is like almost immediately after that. It's not in the present. It's like
It's several months after.
right. So like you keep jumping back and forth
Right.
between this man who seemingly is on top, and then this in the next moment we see him
Sort
being
of a
hit.
neutered.
Yeah, like getting run over by a
Dude.
hit and run, but he's doing it just so he can settle money right there on the spot.
Yeah,
so he can,
that's his income.
yeah, that's his income exactly. So and then finally the episode like kind of hits you in the middle of like, here was the rise and here was the fall, and the fact that these two mob bosses, the one that he was a part of originally, turns out that he was sacrificing him and sending him in, but at the end they still did their merger because it was about the money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And of course there are consequences when you go and you don't say yes, you decide no, and then you one of your associates goes ahead and betrays
The
you.
betrayal.
Yeah,
The
betrayal.
betrayal from the friend like took me out, bruh.
Yeah, man. just a pure betrayal, which really sucks.
Brutal.
And you're still not going to kill him, even if you tie him up.
The scene of them like tying him up and then making, they put him in the car. They were on one of those barges.
Yep.
And they dumped the car in the middle of this river
with him.
Or sea or something.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they did not.
Yeah, they did.
Sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah. So yeah,
they tried with the gang shit.
Yeah, so they tried to get him to sleep with the fishes, but he was like, no, I'm not tired yet. So he goes and he breaks his thumb so he could get out of the handcuffs. He rips off the head seat so he could get the rope around his neck off. And then they cut to him in the club again, murder a bunch of people, and his former friend on his knees begging him for his life. Yeah. It's
a little similarity here with Ballerina, because both that betrayal, that friend that betrayed him in the gang, and the villain in Ballerina have like the sides of their mouth cut.
Yes.
I don't know what that was about, but
yeah, for some reason they like that Joker scar.
Yeah,
want to know how I got these scars.
Mm-hmm.
So those are two of my favorite episodes.
But you didn't. Oh my God, you skipped this whole thing in episode 10.
Oh yeah. Let's go back.
Two things. One is the sunfish. What did you think of the sunfish? Which was swimming throughout the episode, and that's his favorite fish to eat, like the dish that he kept wanting to eat, and it wasn't customary to eat this in this new city that the gang was in.
I want to say that it was kind of his
spirit animal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the significance of a sunfish is to different people, or maybe to that community. So I'm not sure, but it could be his spirit animal. It could be.
It's a giant fish. Have you ever seen a sunfish?
Yeah, it's a giant fish.
It's huge.
Yeah. I had in that moment where he's in the water and he hears the fish, it felt to me like a Man of Steel, where Clark Kent, after he saved all those people from that oil rig, he's like laying in the water and he just sees the whale just like
oh my God,
swimming by.
You're right.
Yeah, it's very similar to that. But yeah, so
stop drawing comparisons to the plethora of superhero movies that we've watched in our lifetime.
I know there's so many.
There's too many.
Anyway, but I want to go back in the episode though, because you can clearly see that he does have a heart of gold. When after his fall, after he is down on the dumps, like he's living in that
motel.
Yeah, exactly, where he can only pay once a week because he has to get money to do it.
Yeah. But he meets his wife here. What do you think of his romance?
See, I like it because I like that it is not the most common way of meeting someone.
No, pretty unconventional.
Yes, very unconventional.
But he's so cute.
Yes, he is.
He is so cute because he sees her and she was getting hassled by these assholes in the same hallway as him at first, and she just takes care of it herself. But he was ready to like jump in, like he had opened his door and was like about to come out, and then he was like, "Oh no, she's got it," and came back inside. And then later he starts trying to get her to come and deliver the coffee, which I had never heard of this service before. But I don't know, it's the 90s, and I don't know anything about Korea in the 90s.
That's true.
So I was like, this is strange. But anyway, delivery.
It's kind of like Uber Eats now.
No, but she comes in and makes the coffee for him.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. Never mind.
And all of the people that come, the ladies that come, look a little like, I don't know. They're like flirtatious.
Yeah.
And they ask if he wants a ticket.
Right. There's a little hint.
It's like of undercurrent of like sex work. Yes. I don't know if that's accurate, but that is what it's gathered. A hint, because if you go back to the argument in the hallway with the other patron, like he says 10,000 he's trying to pay her to sleep with them or something.
They're dollars. I'm not sure how it is. Won. 10,000 won for a cup of coffee. Like there's no way it's that. Like, that was the charge that she was saying. And so then, like, she explains, like, first off, it's 2 cups. That's the minimum order. And then with the service fee and everything, it's 10,000. But when she gets up, like, just the way she's dressed with the hoop earrings and all that and made up and everything. A little chonga. Yeah, a little chonga. ¿Verdad? So, you know, there's an undercurrent there. Yes. Obviously, it's not explicit or anything, but you can tell, like, there is a type of service where they masquerade.
But I don't know if it's guaranteed. Like, if you order coffee, probably it's 100%. Not. Like, you see what I'm saying? So yeah,
I think there's if
they offer, great. But I guess if not, then you're just getting coffee.
Right.
I don't know.
I think it
was not explained very well at all.
It's probably a special type of service of like, hey, we have beautiful women who can make you coffee.
Right. I think that's the appeal.
That's the appeal. Like, and some people probably read too much into it and think that it's something more.
I don't know what I mean? No, I don't know.
Maybe
for
the
sure,
people do.
Though.
Like, what I'm saying is the people ordering are maybe coming to the conclusion of, hey, maybe these pretty women coming to make coffee, they're not just gonna make coffee. You know what I'm saying? So and then
they're
when
gonna
they see
grind
the price,
beans. I'm so sorry I did that. I don't know. So, but what I like is he what does he order, like 5 different coffees just to get her to deliver it? Right.
Exactly. You know, don't forget to put cream in it. So those 2 episodes right there.
No, but when he cleaned up the little apartment that he's in and stuff, like, that was like,
after he complained, like, you guys don't even clean it. And he's like, and the woman is like, you're living there. We don't offer that for long term. You want your room clean? Go stay in a hotel.
Because he was like trying to like haggle, I guess, on the price of the room. And he was like, you don't even come and clean the room. I don't know. I could see it both ways, but
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Anyway, I really like this love story because it's unconventional, and she's sort of hard on him. And it takes a few of these coffee dates for her to like figure him out, for him to figure her out. He like, what is it? I think we're in episode 11 actually, but you know, he closes the window because she's cold, and he like always has it open.
Yeah.
He talks to her about Hulk Hogan and martial arts novels, and that these novels are actually romantic and they have happy endings, and the hero gets the girl at the end of these stories and stuff, and just sharing interests with each other, like true dates, you know?
Right. Exactly.
And again, I know. And then he turns off the TV because she doesn't seem to like it when the TV is on. Like, he's learning her, and he's very considerate. And it's so cute. I don't know. Like, it's really cute. But going back to episode 10, when he gets lost.
Yes.
At night, trying to find the motel. And he cries when he sees her again on the moped. I was almost in tears. It was so shockingly endearing. And he just says, I can't find my way. Literally and figuratively, because without the gang, he feels lost, without purpose or direction in life. And he's doing these stupid things to get money. Literally putting himself in harm's way to get money.
Yeah.
And then he's also lost, like, literally. He cannot find his way out of this maze, like, you know, suburban area or urban area. And I just felt for him immediately. Like, did you feel for this? Like, I was completely sold.
Yes.
On this dude. I was like in his corner 110%.
Yeah, because you can tell that even when he was part of the mafia or the gang, there was never like a sense of like he's doing it to be, you know, he's not trying to do a put on of like, oh, I'm a mafioso. I'm like, you know, he's never doing it for the intention of getting rich or, you know, he's just doing it for protecting people because that's what his natural, you know, inclination is.
He's a protector.
So that's what he wanted to do in that gang. He wanted to protect his own people. And now that he has no people to protect, he doesn't view himself valuable as he does other people. He always values the other more than himself. So if he doesn't have anyone to protect, what is he protecting?
Right. Oh, I got nothing to add to that. Nothing to add to that at all. That was perfect. Episode 11, the oner in the hallway.
Yes.
The oner in the hallway.
Yes.
Tell me they did not try and pull a Netflix on Netflix.
They
like, this is like double dutching on Netflix.
They tried
to me.
Yeah, I think it's a really good job.
It's such a great sequence. And then the chase sequence afterward is great. When he's like running around on foot, they're like trying to drive him down. Yes. I mean, it's so compelling.
It is really compelling. They do a really good job with this episode.
Yeah.
And just this entire action sequence. I think that's one thing I will give the show is that just about all of their action sequences are just so well done.
Well done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have any complaints for them. Again, I mentioned it before. They're coherent is the big thing, which a lot of directors just in general like to do all this fancy editing around it. And you don't need to.
Yeah.
Have a medium shot and let us see where they're going.
Show me what's going on.
See who they're punching. See how they're reacting to the punch. That's what I want. And the show,
carnage.
The show delivers with that.
She saves him on the moped again and repeats the line that he said back to her earlier. Because initially, they're sitting in the coffee with the coffee in his room. She asked him, "Why haven't you asked me why I'm doing this? Why I'm like a coffee girl?" And he told her, "You must have had a reason." And basically just gives her the benefit of the doubt. And if she doesn't want to share it, she doesn't have to share it. And with all of the chaos, pure chaos that's happening, a couple of action sequences later, she saves his ass. And he basically asks her, like, "Why aren't you asking me what the fuck's going on?" And she says, "You must have had a reason."
Yes.
I was like, this is cinema. Like, I love it. Yeah, trust that they built over time, and they've just endeared themselves to one another.
Yeah.
And at the end, he finally comes back after he's been recruited by that asshole in the NIS. Or at that point, it was ANSP. He tells her in the coffee, I think it was a coffee shop still. He tells her, "I'm still bad at finding my way. I just tried to find you."
Oh. That was so good.
She's like, "That's smooth." Like, even she says something to that effect.
Yeah, he's got the Riz.
Golly. Yeah, so I love them.
So what are your favorite episodes?
Bro, so it still has to do with Hulk. Hulk number 1.
That's what I thought.
Let me see. I think it's episode 13. When she dies. Damn. I was just crying into my bowl of cereal.
Heartbreaking.
Her death, his wailing in the funeral, when he's like changing into the funeral clothes and stuff, and he just cannot stop crying and wailing. I felt his pain. He was whimpering at one point. I was like, oh my God. Like, it was heart-wrenching. Tore me up. And I also liked how in this episode we got to see an evolution of their family, because it was just them at first, and he had this not cushy, but he had a steady job with the government. And I think it was every month they were having barbecue at the house. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And she finally reveals to him, like, "Oh, you're not going to be home for, barbecue tonight?" And he says, "No, but we can have barbecue next month or whatever." And she goes, "The only reason why I wanted you here in the house to have barbecue once a month, we could have barbecue at any time, but today is my ovulation day." And it's revealed she's been trying to get pregnant this whole time.
Yeah. Wants to get pregnant.
So fertility issues are brought up in this show.
briefly, like they don't linger on it, but
no, but that's enough for her to be like, I was hoping to get pregnant on these barbecue nights because, you know, I'm the most fertile today. I was shocked that they even went this far.
Yeah, this show contains a lot. You know,
Yeah.
like there, you know, something that really stands out to me is like they allow for the male characters to really emote. They get to show their emotions, whether they're angry, they're sad, they're frustrated. You get to see it. So like obviously their example with Hulk where he's crying, whimpering after the death of his wife. Another example is later on in, I want to say it's episode 19. Yeah, episode 19, where you have the bad guys who are fighting at the school against the adults.
The last few episodes is a fight at the school.
Yeah, it is.
That's like a downright brawl.
It really is.
And it lasts for several hours.
It does. So Hulk is facing basically a bigger Hulk.
Yeah.
But that bigger Hulk has a connection with the dude who's like kind of controls the weather in a way.
Controls the weather.
Not controls the weather, sorry, but like it looked like he was controlling the weather just because.
Oh, he had like a clap.
Yeah,
right?
he had like this clap that just would send
It's
like
supersonic clap.
Yeah, pretty much. But there was a connection between the two, and after the sonic clap guy dies,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he breaks down.
I know.
Yeah, he cries like, and you see like the connection that they had. Like, you know, he was a guard and he was a prisoner.
Well, that's the thing,
You
right?
know,
Like
helps
about the
him
whole
escape and all this
I
stuff.
can't, the thing is, like, the show gives you character studies for each and every fucking character. And the Sonic Clap guy had a whole history that we got to see where he was in a North Korean concentration camp.
Yep.
In a fucking hole in a mountainside somewhere. And that's where he grew up because he's a survivor. Maybe his powers just gave him that extra resilience. And he survived where others were constantly dying of malnutrition, of exposure, of whatever in the jail. And the scene of them like opening up the cell to reveal this decomposing body right there at the entrance. And then he's huddled in a corner as a child. How can you not feel bad for this Sonic Clap guy, even though he's trying to take down your favorite hero characters in South Korea? Like, that is incredible that you have so much growth and so much backstory and just they built these characters, right? Brick by brick, you're feeling some type of way about these characters and how they go out because a Sonic Clap guy, he's a victim.
He's a victim of the ongoing war between North and South Korea.
Of the dictatorship in North Korea.
Yeah.
And his whole family was slaughtered and he's alone. And they have to put sunglasses on him because he's like a mole down there, can't adjust to the light anymore. Nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
You sympathize with characters. You empathize for characters. Yeah, they do an amazing
left
job
and right.
with
And
it.
so that Hulk, the North Korean Hulk,
Yes.
you feel bad for that dude too, because you saw him climbing up a sheer mountainside, trying to get back up to, I guess, the chief of this division, the super division. But he died. Like, he effectively died because they were all pushed off the cliff to see if they had powers. Wild ass way to test if they have powers.
Way.
But all of his comrades were murdered. And he died, and then he came back and started climbing up. There was no other way. They weren't going to go get him.
No.
And
it also shows...
It's incredible.
But it also shows the way that the two countries deal with, superpowered people. Where,
neither way is great.
Neither way is great. That's the worst part of it. Is that neither way is great.
Yeah.
Because all these kids have to hide in secret. They can't show their powers. You know, you have the parents that are doing everything they can to protect them. You have government agencies tracking and hunting these superpowered people down, which is why I said, damn, this is the X-Men. Like, these are superpowered people who, in the face of society, are not fully accepted. And government agencies either want
They're mutants.
They're mutants. They either want to hunt them down to kill them, or they want to experiment on them and use them as weapons. So, yeah. So either way, like the way they're treated just in general by society, by each other, by the nature of these governments and what they want to use them for, it sucks for them. And the kids didn't ask for that life.
No, none of them did.
No, none of them did. But they have to make do the best they can with the...
They have to survive.
They have to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. So my favorite episodes had to do with Hulk and X-23. Although I
love that you adopted the name.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and try and remember, because I'll remember their real name and not their character name, and vice versa, and then it gets confusing. So, and then if you've never watched a show but you're listening to the spoiler section, like, you don't know who the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, it's a little easier. But episode 12, bro, we got to see the dynamic duo. We got to see Hulk and Superman on a couple of their missions and how the two men met, how they worked together. This is something that is missing from so many shows, from so many friendships. Consider Star Wars prequel. This is like that in-between stuff, like how they kind of work together, how they met, all this stuff in between. They're not just talking like, remember that job in Argentina? Blah, blah, blah. That was a crazy job. We don't get none of that shit.
No.
We're there in Argentina with... Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes. That's what I love when they do that, because there's so many movies that'll be like, remember that time where we... And it's like, just show us the damn thing.
Just show us. Don't tell us, show us.
Don't tell us, show us. So just a little side tangent that I wanted to say real quick. So like there was a recent show just now on Disney Plus, Ahsoka, where the season was only 8 episodes long for no reason at all. Like, it was short for what I thought it was, because there were episodes that you could have shown us things that you didn't get to show us either with this show or even with the show that preceded it, Rebels, where a lot of characters came from. So, like, you could have shown us, like, Ezra and Thrawn. How did they end up on that planet? Show us, you know, right. Instead of, like, oh, I've been here a long time, you know, and, like... Okay, what did you do in that time? Like, how did you get away from Thrawn that he's not chasing you? Like, so show us that. Like,
I see what you're saying.
You know?
Star Wars is a big, grand example of what not to do. Yes. And moving, this show really came through, and you see this dynamic, this bromance that they have together and the bond that they share. It's palpable, and you're rooting for them, and you're wanting to know what the fuck happened to Choi In-sung's character, Superman.
Yes. You want to find out.
Right? Because in this episode, it's unclear if Superman went to kill the North Korean dictator or not. Then you find out what the fuck happened in North Korea later, and it's so cool.
It really is. Oh, man.
Also, going back to family. Because I mentioned infertility issues earlier with Hulk and his wife. Not that they had infertility issues. They just didn't... I don't know what was going on. Because if she was having sex on her ovulation day and nothing was happening, I don't know. Maybe she did have infertility issues. But you never see in K-dramas they cover the newborn era in a family. With a family, right? The act of actually starting a family. Of, changing dirty diapers and things like that. You see kids in K-dramas, but they're already grown and talking, and the family unit is already built. But you don't ever see two people coming together to get married, be together, and partner together in child rearing. That's really unique. And it's heartwarming to see both couples, Superman and Hulk's families, get started, and how... they're like staying up late and the baby's crying, and That's cool. It's different. And it's character building as well.
The character building, world building in this show is, man, it's so strong.
It
like,
is.
You could put it up against a lot of different other, like, you know, types of properties where they're trying to build a world, and a lot of them fail where moving succeeds. Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, they do a great job. Now, the fact that they had 20 episodes to do it is really good. So you have time to fill, so you could backstory stuff.
For sure,
Versus, you know, shows nowadays are only like 6, 8, 10 episode miniseries. And it's like, you're not going to get the full depth and scope of the characters if you're rushing through from point A to point B. Here, the show does not rush from point A to point B. It takes us on little side adventures. Oh, you want to know what Hulk was like when he was younger? Here it is. And do you want to know these different adventures? Here they are.
Right. Or Pokemon, the electricity dude.
Yes, electricity dude.
You find out about this bus driver who has like a very small part in the final episode.
Yes.
But is like a recurring character, and you're also rooting for him, and you're wondering, is he ever going to use his powers?
Right, because they you know, kind of go about it like at one point Frank is leaving the building and Electricity Man's in the building with like a little battery in his hand.
Yeah.
But he's like...
But what was cool about the batteries was it contained memories.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool too.
Yeah, that's a cool thing to show us. And so like he is so like, you know, emotional at that moment that it's like flickering with the lights of the entire building. So like you're kind of waiting, and they're building up that character. When is he finally going to unleash this power?
Yeah.
And he does in a really satisfying way.
Yes, exactly. Do you want to talk about Frank and how he was basically stolen to the U.S.?
Yes, we have to.
Okay, talk about Frank. Go for it.
No. Like, lead us in. I'll jump in.
So there's this character named Frank who is the assassin sent by you don't know. They figure you find out it's the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts assassinating all of the supers. Right.
Exactly.
And he gets a backstory. Like, you get a backstory, and you get a backstory, and you get a backstory. He gets a backstory. And it's very interesting. He was stolen as a child. He was a kid out of wedlock. His mother was like a bar singer. And he, I think, was also the son of a U.S. military service member.
I think it was, it was
stationed in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
So they find out he has powers or something, and they just ship him right off to, is it Idaho or Iowa?
It was Iowa.
It was Iowa, right? With the cornfields?
Yep, Iowa.
And they start training them brutally. The scene of him running through and like having one-on-ones with the other kids and fighting to the death, like battle royale style.
Yeah.
You're just shocked. Like, I'm looking around like, where's the camera? Office style.
And it does explain the fact that, like, early on, before you know him, like, he's talking crap to that superhero guy, the first one that he kills, and he's, like, talking in English, and you're like, interesting that he's speaking English.
Right.
Because nobody else in this show has any inkling of speaking any English.
Mm-hmm.
And here's this character. So it does bring a bit of intrigue. Like, okay, where is he from?
Who is he working for? What are his powers? So
and
you figure it out.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that about a character like this.
And then they also planted the seed for possible season 2, right?
Yes,
with
they
Frank
did.
And his age, whatever agency he's a part of, because there's other kids in this program that have powers. And he's only F for Frank.
Exactly.
So there's also, what was the end of this show? They had that post-credit scene. E for Elias.
E for Elias.
Another super agent that gets called in.
Mm-hmm. We have to call
from
Elias.
the U.S. So the U.S. is like an antagonist, right? Like,
they're the antagonists.
They want to be the only
in
people
show.
that have supers.
Exactly. And also that leads into... Man, too many comparisons with X-Men. I'm so sorry. But like,
Wait. Before you make comparisons, hold that thought.
Uh-huh.
Because Frank also represents like finding your roots and the adoption story of so many people in Korea.
Yeah.
Because Korea, as a lot of you guys know, is the #1 exporter of babies.
Oh man.
And so there's a lot of adoption stories that are extremely moving, no pun intended. And Frank represents this like subsect of people who are yearning for connection, yearning to know where they came from, who their parents are. And at the end in the post-credit scene, you see him, he's missing, like MIA, but he's really tracing his roots back to that club that his mother used to sing at.
Yeah.
And who knows where that is going to lead.
Yeah, in a possible season 2.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It really is.
It's covering so much.
And just to go back to that point that I was gonna say, because
X-Men.
like you said, F for Frank, and there's like E for Elias. It does remind me of when the company, I can't remember the name of the company, but the company that is trying to use the mutant DNA to create mutants, and that's where X-23 comes from, because they number them, X1, X2, and all that. So X-23 is the 23rd iteration of the mutant that they assembled. So there's a similarity there. Also, there's a similarity kind of in using someone from a different country and having them come back and do all these types of work, the Winter Soldier type of like scenario.
Right.
So there's like similarities there.
That is very similar to Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
You're right.
This show.
Okay, so Frank is Winter Soldier.
Frank's the Winter Soldier. Trying to remember his past.
Oh my God, it's too perfect. Yes.
Yeah, so we got the Winter Soldier, we got Hulk, we got X-23, we got so many people.
Okay, let's do 2 more backstories and then let's jump into Endgame episodes.
Yes.
Okay, so I think the best parts of Han Hyo-Joo are when Bong-seok is a child.
Okay, yes.
And you see her in the snow and she's carrying him on her back and she's got like this rolling bag and it's like very overwhelming. The conditions are crazy and she's tired.
Yeah.
She's put in everything to just keep them alive and surviving. And that moment when he starts to float in the restaurant.
Yes.
And she like puts a foot down on the chair and puts him back on the ground. And she says, Mom's tired. Like, I just felt that deep in my bones. Everyone pour one out for your mom.
Yes.
Because they are superheroes. Like, I think this show is really also the theme of women, mothers are superheroes. And fathers are superheroes. Like, parents are everything. They don't have to have superpowers to be super.
Exactly. Every single parent, every single mom and dad out there, like, they're doing miracle work every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good ones, because I know there's horror
Yeah,
stories and
course.
everyone's got their issues. I totally get that.
So,
but
good ones.
Yes. But I think Han Hyo-Joo excels when Bong-seok is a child. And when he's already grown, she's still great, but she doesn't have like moments to shine like she does when she's like teaching him how to walk without floating and, being on her guard. And it's very much that I think everyone felt something.
Yeah.
When she was just breaking down from the heaviness of the situation, losing her husband and having to be a single mom.
Yeah. And they bring that visual moment full circle where she's carrying him and then he gets to return the favor of carrying her.
Because I had this in my notes as well because it's very emotional for me. I don't know why the full circle moment with the piggyback ride really got me, but the reciprocation is precious. This is in the very last episode. The child she's so dearly raised and protected is now protecting her.
Exactly.
And just as she suffered in the snow carrying him on her back, now he carries her. And she just mumbles like, my son is all grown up now. But she actually uses the word uri.
Uri?
Which means our, like us.
Okay.
She says like, our son is all grown up now.
Gotcha. So like, I guess talking about, like she's almost like she's talking to her, her husband.
Her husband who's missing.
Yes.
I love it. Don't you love it?
It's great. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. All right.
Precious.
Any other characters you want to go over?
Did we want to talk about Kim Sung-Kyun, Hulk number 2?
Hulk number 2.
Because, bro, that story was also like really emotional.
Yeah, it
and he is such a loving father.
He really is.
Such a loving father in a very different way than the others. And I think I was almost moved to tears again when he comes back after that big brawl with the protests that was broken up by the police, and his wife was like taken away in the paddy wagon, and like he starts a fight with the cops.
Don't mess with his family, man.
Bro.
Do not mess with his family.
Bro. And he comes back after this whole brawl where he ends up in the sewer system. They save a child that got sucked into the sewers. I mean, it was extensive, but he ends up back home. And his little boy is sitting there just waiting for him. And he's like, I'm so sorry I was late. I'm so sorry I was late. And then they bust in, like the NIS busts in to take him.
I remember that. Like, that was really sad, that moment.
It was so sad.
It really
was sad. And in the final episodes, Hulk number 2 / Fists of Fury, that's what I have in my notes. I have Fists of Fury, is still wearing that same red shirt.
He is.
When he takes off running towards the school, and he's taking these giant leaps. And I love that scene in the brawl where he sends that North Korean Hulk flying out the window. Actually, it's not even a Hulk. It's a Hulk number 4.
Yeah, it's more of like the... I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because he was there with the North Koreans.
Sun.
Yes, he's wailing on the sun.
And at one point he has...
torturing him, basically.
The sun up in a chokehold. Mm-hmm. And he's like stepping on the teacher.
Yeah, the PE teacher in the fray.
Yeah.
Trying to save the kid.
Trying to help the kids.
He's trying to help. He's good, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So then that's where the dad
when he showed up. Oh. What a great moment.
And he just starts wailing on this guy, throwing him against anything and everything. There's a move where, damn, the guy is laying on the floor. So dad kicks him up into the air and then punches him back down into the ground. I was like, damn, dude.
What's cool about their powers, because they all have very similar powers.
Right, they're similar, yeah.
Fist of Fury number 2, basically, has the same exact powers as Hulk number 2. And they do not heal.
Right. So whatever impact and
they're feeling every punch, everything.
Exactly.
They're not impervious to the pain and to breaking bones and whatever. They're gonna heal just like any other person. It takes a long time, and they can die.
It's just more super strength is really their thing.
Yeah. Which is interesting to have super strength without like having no pain, feeling no pain, or having no healing abilities.
Yeah, because that kind of feels like,
if I punch a brick wall and I break the brick wall, but I still feel the fucking brick wall,
you're going to break your arm.
Yeah.
In multiple places. So great job of breaking down the brick wall, but
you're down for the count, huh?
Yeah, you're going to be in a cast for a year and a half.
It's a very catch-22 of a superpower. But anyway,
I would say
he throws this guy out the window.
It's a deterrent.
Yes.
Like, I can destroy you with a punch. Mm-hmm. But
I'm gonna hurt myself too.
Right. I don't want to do it because if not, we'll both be injured. But you're gonna be the one that really feels it.
So Hulk number 2 sends this guy out the window, and when he turns around, his son is there. But they cut to him as a child again, sitting on the floor, waiting for him to come back to the house. Tears.
That was so well done and unfair.
Yes, it's so manipulative.
It really was. So do we want to...
Okay, so Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame. So let's discuss last couple of episodes because I know we're starting to run a little long. So, okay, so...
Bong-seok can fly now, for real.
For real. Like, he can control it. Like, yes. I really enjoyed that moment. I really enjoyed the moment where it's after the gymnasium, after X-23 gets shot, but she starts to heal, and she's like, go to your mom. So then he takes off. And there's like this inspiring music behind him as he's like learning how to, maneuver himself around buildings and everything. And again, sorry for the comparison, Man of Steel flight, when he flies for the first time, that inspiring music that's lifting him right underneath. I was just like, damn, this is good.
It's a force.
This is
I know.
Awesome.
It's so good.
I love a good like hero finally masters their power moment. I love that. Like they finally get it clicking. And the fact that he's able to get the flying down and now it can match like him with taking on people and stuff like that. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And he said during the gymnasium fight, the villain said, you take after your dad because the two flying dudes had a showdown before in North Korea. And he says, I take after my mother. Oh!
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
I can't.
Awesome.
Mom's rule. The confession scene, what'd you think of that little confession
where
in the gymnasium?
Like someone that I like and whatever. And then it's like, wait a minute. What'd you just say?
What'd you say?
It's like, what do you mean? What? Yeah, you just said something weird.
Yeah, you just said something weird. Yeah, but then you said she takes a bullet for him. She takes a bullet for him in the forearm, just as her dad did earlier to protect Bong-seok's mom and the PE homeroom teacher who had that, like, was in the past in that whole showdown with the North Korean soldiers back in the early 2000s, was it?
Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s.
So I love that. Another full circle moment.
Yeah, because speaking of like the gunshot wound, there's the moment in, I can't remember what episode, but the dad goes to see this guy about getting payment. And like the guy tries to act tough to him. And then he's like, he turns on a switch there. He's like, where's that accent from?
Oh yeah. He's like, clocks him on the accent.
Clocks him. And he's like, why are you trying to put on that accent?
Like, why are you trying to be hard?
Right. Being from that area, can get you in some trouble right here.
Yeah.
And like, he like turns it on. And that's where the guy goes, what are those like on his arm? And it's like, are those like scars from something? It's like, those are bullet scars. Scars from a bullet. And he's like, oh wow. Like he got psyched out.
It's big deal because like I said in the ballerina episode, guns are illegal in Korea.
Yeah. So the fact that somebody's taking a bullet is a big deal.
It's huge, yeah.
So more endgame stuff here.
More endgame stuff. So Mama Bear. Mama Bear goes fucking apeshit in school. Yeah, I love her. Yeah. She turns on.
Yes. Gets that gun.
Fierce.
Yes.
Sniper. She says to one of the North Koreans, I think it was Hulk number 4. I don't know. Fist of Fury number 2, that he got sent out the window. She says to him, I'll become a monster anytime if it's to protect my child. And then shoots him dead. Come on.
Because you can tell he's like grabbing like either like a knife or something, or like he's grabbing glass. Like so he can try to get up and move on her. And before he can make the move, pop. Got him.
The tension throughout that episode or that series of episodes, especially when people start to show up at the school.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, the mom's there. Oh, what's up with the guard at the school? Like, he's in on it too. And, oh, now Hulk is coming to the school. And, oh, the North Koreans are pulling up. And they got another dude in the trunk. Like, it's just like progressively upping the ante each episode. And you're just in one spot. You're just at the school.
Yeah. Man, they do a really good job of getting it. I was fearful for those last couple episodes because, and I was fearful that we would run into a scenario that runs into a lot of these superhero movies where the final act is just punching and just like nonsense. You can't understand what they're doing type of thing. CGI fest. And the show, well, first off, it's at night, so they kind of hide themselves with it. But they don't make it so about punchy, destroying everything. Sure, people are punching stuff and each other, and a building does collapse at one point. But it never...
It's a little Man of Steel-y.
Right, a little. But it never takes away from like the actual story that's being told between the characters. So it's never one of those things where I'm just like, I glaze my eyes over. It's like, okay, let's see how long like this takes. This entire...
You're getting like a little desensitized and bored.
Right.
With it. But no, it was varied.
Here they do a good job to keep you in the moment because you want to see how these characters resolve. So they do a good job with that.
I died with the electricity man though, because he does his like Bonke man like thing.
Yep.
Like his like little like what's that called? His moves.
Yeah, he was like doing his whole entire choreographed move of charging up and then finally just unleashing it into the air.
I love it. He blows off this dude's arm. It's fantastic. Oh,
it's so good.
No notes.
So good. So one thing I will say about Korean shows that kind of throw me off is that the big action sequence happens basically in episodes 18 and 19. And then in episode 20 is like, it almost feels like an epilogue type of episode.
A little bit, yeah.
Because
a little bit.
You're just tying up the loose ends. Well,
right.
Some of them, and leaving like a cliffhanger. Well, not a cliffhanger, but you're leaving something.
It's not a cliffhanger, but
you're leaving something for the future as well. So, did you
expect that Choi In-sung was alive and in North Korea this whole time?
Oh, man.
The missing husband,
right,
Superman.
Superman. Well, when they kept saying, like, he's missing, when they were saying he's missing, that clued me into, like, we're going to see him. I don't know when, but we'll see him. I didn't expect it to be, like, in a North Korean prison, but
right.
I'm glad that they finally revealed where he was, that he got reintroduced to the show. It's necessary, especially if they're going to do a season 2.
I wanted more from the reunion scene, personally.
That would have been nice. Bigger moment. It's a big deal.
You can tell that Jo In-sung is a really famous player because he doesn't come into the show until like episode 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Don't see him.
One of my pet peeves, but yes.
And he's missing for large swaths of the show. And then they bring him in at the end. It's like, ta-da! Here's the rabbit in the hat.
Yep. It's one of those things where it's like, all right, we're kind of going over budget. We're going to have to cut some of your scenes from some of these episodes here.
Right. It feels a little like Wonder Woman-y in the cameos that she's done.
We can't use you for the entire movie.
Can't have Gal. Can't have her for the whole thing. Here's one scene. That's what it felt like. But otherwise, a really, really nice, happy ending. Happy-ish. As happy as they can be.
Yeah.
I will say Choi In-sung does have a fantastic scene where he is trying to assassinate the North Korean dictator.
Yes.
Like that whole sequence of him like flying around.
Really
I was like, I've never seen that before. You know how many fucking superhero things we've seen?
so
and I've
many.
never seen that.
That's a first time.
It's just like a sniper flying around.
Yeah. You don't. Yeah, they were innovative with stuff in this
It
show.
was.
They were.
It felt innovative.
That last episode, gets us through a couple major things. One thing that stood out to me is when, what is it, the general from North Korea? It's like,
We'll just
did you
call him
get
the general from
Did
North
you get the file? And the guy who lost an arm because of electricity man blowing it off him.
Pokemon, yeah.
You know, he makes a comment of like, what did the kids have to do with it? Pretty much.
Right. There's an undercurrent of like the kids are innocent. Why are we pursuing children?
Right, exactly. And
Because they're not in this fight.
no, they're not. They're not.
They're not trained assassins like their parents are.
Exactly. And so it culminates to he is not happy with what they told him that he needed to do. So with that arm that was blown off, he pops a gun out of it and shoots that general dead right there.
I didn't expect that.
No, neither did I.
It was very Kingsman. I don't know.
Kingsman, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Manners maketh man.
Yes.
So there's some things that stood out, but there's also things that are going to possibly gives us a season 2. Do you think we're gonna get a season 2?
Look, I think it's not out of the question. Because they've left so much open. They had post-credit scenes like a real superhero movie. And there's loose ends. Like the North Koreans ended up being like the big bad organization of the show. But you still have the internal South Korean NIS, that secret part of NIS that's dealing with the supers. And you had that replacement. Like they killed the guy. They killed that asshole.
Question. Did I see this wrong? But did the class president?
Yeah, join the NIS.
She did. It was.
Yeah,
It
what
wasn't.
are you talking about?
It was in my imagination that I was like seeing her in that final episode, and she was like, "You couldn't do your job" or something like that. That she said.
No. What? What
In the final
are you
episode.
talking about? What? No, hold on. So you're talking about what class president?
You know, because they look so similar. Maybe this is me.
I don't.
I think I'm.
No, you're
this
wrong.
is my
You're
fault.
wrong. I'm
This
looking
is-
at them.
This is my fault. This is on me.
No.
This is on me.
The guy that replaces Yoon-Jung, which is that NIS chief, because he gets shot dead by Chun-sung, is Sang-gu Park Byung-eun. That's another very famous actor, and he takes the spot of what's the equivalent of that in the MCU? I don't know. Robert Redford.
Like if someone was taking over Shield or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
But Shield is Hydra. So.
No, there was a moment. I was thinking about a woman because I saw a woman. but
Okay,
I
her
don't
name
know.
is Kwon Han-sol,
Yeah,
and that's not the same
that's
as
not the same person that I saw. Then I was just being stupid and
No, it's
misthinking.
fine. But the Hulk #2's son, Kang-eun, does join the
Yes,
NIS.
he does.
He does get recruited.
Yes, he does. That I definitely remember. He accepts the position.
So
for sure.
we still got to deal with that. We
Yep.
still got to deal with now. Bong-seok is a superhero because he's like flying around the city.
We've seen another
helping
appearance
people.
from
It's a bird. It's a plane.
it's the Yellow Man because he's wearing his yellow jacket.
I know, so cute. So again, he's like a superhero. Are we gonna deal with that? What the hell is Hee-soo doing? X-23, what's she up to?
Yeah.
Is she just going to school on a PE?
PE scholarship.
Yeah, on a PE scholarship. Like what's going on with her? So a lot of different loose ends that they can come back to
They
and
can.
tap into.
They can easily come back to. This does feel like the end of a season 1.
It does.
It feels like it.
But it was so well done.
Yeah, it was very well
So
done.
good.
Because you resolved the main conflict in the first season, but you leave the, all the chess pieces are on the board to be able to move forward with
It's
something
set.
else.
Yeah, exactly. Will you watch season 2?
Yeah, I would watch season 2.
You're like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I would definitely watch season 2.
Gosh. Okay.
Because
we've
now
talked about
we've already
everything.
been teased with a new name
That's
of Elias.
the thing. I know Elias, another agent, is coming to Korea.
Yeah.
Frank and him got to have a showdown.
Yes.
Frank's got to get inducted into the superhero society.
Exactly.
We got to deal with the U.S. intervention. We got to
Yep.
deal with maybe North Korea comes back into the picture somehow.
Yeah, maybe they have their
there's-
own Superman. That
Well, they had.
Well,
I mean, is that flying man gonna come back?
right?
And
Is he gonna come back?
the one-armed flying Superman number 2? Is he gonna?
Right?
make an
Is he
appearance?
gonna
Like, what?
play a bigger part? Who knows?
Yeah.
So there's questions that can be answered.
There's right. There's enough definitely
Exactly.
for a season 2. It's exciting.
It's
I
exciting
like
stuff. I liked it as well.
I would never have thought that I would be like, yeah, I'm looking forward to a season 2, but
Yeah, because
Genuinely?
you're not big on season 2s, especially for Korean dramas.
no. But this is basically a Western show.
Yeah, it kind of it has all the trappings of one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great.
It's so
Very
heartfelt.
good show. Very good show.
Very good show. And I highly recommend it if you've come this far in the episode. We've spoiled the whole thing, but go watch it for yourself on Hulu or Disney Plus, wherever you can get a hold of it. If you're in the States, it should be Hulu. If you're outside, Disney Plus, I don't know. But Rico, that's it. We've come to the end of the show.
Yes, we have.
Thank you for watching Moving with me.
Yes, thank you for first recommending watching it and having me on the show to talk about it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm so glad you feel that way. Well, we're just going to get out of here. I'm Jessica, and this has been the Daebak K-Rambles Podcast.